And I would also like to know what the conversation in that truck was as he was pulling away. What did he tell the other people? Was it a consensus? I'm sure nobody in that was screaming to stop, right? Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like
we don't know. They actually might have.
So yeah, maybe. I mean, it seems weird that he would take those other people's lives into his own hand. Like, I'm going to risk your life right now. We're going to.
If they had died, it would have been his fault.
Yes.
Well, they were present there. That's their fault.
I'm going to make this point one more time. I said this when we first found out about the shooting, but it's unbelievably outrageous that not everyone in those cars is in jail and charged with felony murder. Okay, they're in the commission of a crime. So they're running away from the cops. The cops want them on multiple charges, right? And in the commission of that crime, someone died. That is the definition of felony murder. And so if you're in the commission of a crime, like you're robbing a bank, and your partner gets shot by the cops, you go away for life. You might even be executed. That's felony murder. Okay?
Yeah, they could do that, and they could all. By the way, they can still hold that against him. They would be massively undercut by the fact that he was driving. Like that would, and that's what.
No, not undercut at all.
No,
felony murder could be, hey, I dropped a guy off by the bank and then I left. Oh, you dropped him off. He committed that crime and then he died.
I think he's saying that they were at the mercy of that guy.
I got you, and they could charge him, but there's going to be an argument to get that guy off that lawyer's going to make, and it's frequently persuasive, and they frequently don't charge those people with felony murder. But you're right, they could. There's no question they could.
Okay, again, I was just about to agree with you. They very frequently charge them with felony murder. Almost all the time they charge them with felony murder, partly to get a deal. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so
but oftentimes, if you don't do the deal, they will follow through on that. Not oftentimes, almost every time.
I don't know. Now, I've covered cases where they haven't. Literally those cases where they haven't. So I think it obviously depends. Right. And the people in the car are at the mercy, and some of them are teenagers. So I got it. There's just and maybe I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know.
Right. And the bodyguards were not in this car. They were in the other car of Ammon Bundy. But they don't have to worry about felony murder because they weren't even arrested. Right. I mean, they were immediately released.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? There's two cars filled with black guys with guns. One of them almost runs over a cop, almost shoots a cop with a gun. It turns out he does have. And they're like, oh, yeah, but you weren't in that car, and you guys are just the bodyguards with weapons. Yeah. So you're free to go.
I would have asked them the question, so if we had tried to arrest Ammon Bundy at the actual refuge, if we'd gone in to arrest him, you're his bodyguard, what would you have done?
Right.
Would you have begun shooting at us?
Would you have bodyguarded him?
Yeah, you're apparently being paid to murder us, cops.
Right.
But they apparently.
All right, I'll give you one more. I mean, it's too easy, right? Bunch of Muslim radicals, two cars. They've all got weapons, and it's okay because two of them are bodyguards for the main sheikh. And one of the cars gets into a shootout with the cops, almost runs the cop over.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Abdullah, you were just a bodyguard. Okay, that's all right. You're free to go. And then there's an 18-year-old girl, and she said, no, I just came to read them Muslim poetry.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You're not even arrested.
So let me ask you a question, Cenk. So if you're in charge of charging those people or not, I'm not saying, I don't know what the answer is, but let's say so because of the way the culture is, because of the environment, you decide to not to, because if you charge them, it would cause bigger problems and things like that. And we got the guy and this thing's over and let's just try to get on with our lives. So, but you don't charge them, right? But let's say then you do charge them and then it creates all this problem, political problems, all this stuff, and who get...
No, that's the easiest question of all time. On the spot, I want them to show as much restraint as they possibly can so people don't get unnecessarily killed. It turns out because he did wind up having a gun, which we didn't know for sure, it wasn't unnecessary at all. He was going to pull the gun, right? We know that now. I want him to show restraint nonetheless. Afterwards, no, I'm going to throw the book at him, man. I'm going to punish them to the maximum degree, felony murder for all of them, okay? And because... No, you don't get to take over a federal building with guns and then tell me about how you're going to kill cops and get away with it. Fuck no, you don't. Life fucking sentences, okay? I mean, we know people serving life sentences in this country for smoking pot. You're telling me we're going to go light on these guys because of political issues? Can you imagine? Well, there's a lot of Muslim voters in Dearborn, Michigan. So for political reasons, we'll go light on some jihadists who decided to take over federal buildings while they're armed. Who would have that conversation, right? So no, fuck no, we're not going light on them. Go as heavy as humanly possible.
I know Bernie Sanders wouldn't have that conversation.
I don't know what they're going to do, and I think everybody should get arrested. I agree with everybody getting arrested. You know, regarding the felony murder, because it's obviously it's open to some interesting interpretations depending on who's prosecuting it. You know, you have to be involved in a dangerous offense, inherently dangerous offense at the time, and you could argue that merely driving the car away, again, the defense attorneys would argue that that wasn't the dangerous offense at that time for the other people, and
I would say the attempted ramming of the police blockade
Other
would be the dangerous offense.
Other than the 18-year-old girl, which I would definitely have
right,
charges
but he was
on.
driving. They were like literally. They could argue.
true.
They were literally. We were screaming, "Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the car!"
Jimmy's asking me what would I do as the prosecutor. You're free to make that defense. I'll see you in trial when I try you with felony murder and a life sentence. Good luck, though.
Right, and I'm going to argue that that there are plenty of judges who, and you'd lose. You'd be like, they might say, you know, you don't get felony
I
murder.
got him on second-degree homicide or manslaughter or whatever I got. Sorry, that's only 28 years.
Right, but you're going to keep going after them to whatever
Until the
amount of
end
jail
of the
time.
earth.
Right,
Until the message is out to Americans, whether they're white, black, Muslim, Christian, it doesn't matter. You don't come with weapons, take over buildings, and tell people that you're going to shoot cops who come to take them back. That's a fucking message I would deliver as loudly as I possibly can.